Somebody kick it off.
The webinar start. Right.
All right. And we're back. Yeah. Look at you regulars joining us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see all of you. Keep on coming, keep on coming. There we go. Lovely. Hello, everybody. Feel free to drop in a little emoji there to let us know that you're alive and that you're happy to be here like we are. That'd be great to hear from. There we go. Thank you. And so it starts. You ask and you shall receive. Welcome to it. Good early morning to some of you, good late evening, and a good day to everybody else. The Thursday, the 5th of June, our monthly AMA AUA. You get to ask us anything that you might have questions around, obviously BTAF token related. And in this monthly AMA, we're going to be chatting briefly, or at least hearing from Marius as to what's happening in the market, the general market overview, any sort of new developments around the Whisper Drop initiative. It's been launched, it's been going on for a little while. We've had a few drops. So we'll be hearing a little bit more about the market as well. And then from the team, who's mostly recovered from jet lag. I was just saying before the call that almost this time a week ago, we were preparing for the last day of the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas for 2025. We're going to be chatting briefly around some of our experiences and highlights around that Bitcoin conference, getting the brand Bitcoin Trend and Forecast BTAF token, everything out there to the world on that global stage, and one or two other little reminders as well. So to kick things off, Marius, you may take it away.
Absolutely. Okay. Welcome to you from around the world. Thank you there, John. I'm just going to share my screen here quickly. Let's get moving here. I'm going to talk here quickly about Bitcoin TAF. Now, a lot of people look at this chart and they say, but listen, we've been going sideways downwards. I'm going to shock you today and I'm going to show you really what is going on here. You just need to be a little bit more patient. That's what's required. Just a little bit more patient and the market is going to break out. You have to remember, we have said from day one, about for the last 2 years now, we've said that this cycle is a emotional draining cycle. Only the strong will survive. Okay, now the fact that you are here is that you are a survivor. I'm going to show you something here, and I want you to pay very close attention to what is happening, because everything is right in front of our face here for the BTAF token for the entire market. When the BTAF token breaks out, mark my words, is going to break out first. The entire market is going to rally. Okay, why do I say that? Because remember here, we went up 1,000%. The BTAF token stunned the world. Remember, we were posting it out on social media. We were saying BTAF token is now up 200%. Next week, BTAF token is up 300%. BTAF token is now up 1,000%. The other coins did 50%, 100%. So BTAF token is going to run first. It's going to hit the top first. Keep that in mind. Now, what happened here also, when you look at this cycle here, started very slow, like this, and boom, there it went, 1,000%. Okay, now I'm going to show you something here. Look at this cycle here now. This cycle went right up to the top there. Here is a repeat of that exact cycle to the top. Now, I'm just going to use a drawing brush here. Now, see this cup? It's kind of like a cup there. This cup here is just much longer. Now, look at this here. This is 276 days. This is 460 days. Almost double the length of what you see here. Double the length. And this is why people are getting emotionally distraught. Whereas we that are the smart traders, you and me, we understand. We just need to be patient. Now, let's go on with this cup. I've shown you that cup. I've shown you the cup there. Now, where's the next low? The next low is there. There's the next low. Where's the next high point really? The point that really sticks out really quickly. There it is. Now, where's the next down cycle? You can see it so clearly. There it is, right there. And then you're in this long stretch here. And if you look at this now, go back in your chart, you'll see there's two, I just call them hops. Look at those two hops there. Guys, we're in the phase where the market is going to turn up. Now, we predict that this market, when it starts going up, is that we're going to hit about 42 cents. You imagine where we are now, 0.03. Now remember the caveat, BTAF token is a utility DeFi token. It's not a security token, okay? So I don't want to promote the price here and say, listen, this thing is going to go to $1, $2. It's not what we're trying to do. This is technical analysis, is objective data. We can tell you on technical analysis where we expect the price to go. According to this, we are breaking down. We are heading upwards here. I reckon the $42 target is going to be hit, and I do not expect that we will not hit these targets. I reckon one or two. I'm going to show you shortly now. Now, I want to show you this now. You're going to say to me, yeah, but where has this ever happened? Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here and see if I can just remove all these indicators. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to squeeze this up a little bit. I'm going to take a screenshot here. There it is. Okay, now remember, this is the BTAF, okay? Just for the purpose, if somebody comes back and watch the video, this is the BTAF. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go to a chart like, well, we can use, let's take SUI, for example. You can literally take any chart. SUI, virtuals, Psi, Super, any of the modern coins. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to remove all these drawings here. And I just want to get this. Maybe I'll just use this on a 1 day. Just bear with me here quickly. Sorry, I haven't really, I knew what I was going to do, but I must admit I haven't really prepared. I was talking to Wendy about a lot of other things. Okay, now, what is happening here? I'm going to tell you where the BTAF token is at the moment. It's sitting here. This hop here is the last hop. Now, just bear with me as I show you quickly. And now remember, I'm going to take this now, just copy this, and I'm going to throw this chart in here. Let's just move that up a little bit. I should have actually had all these charts prepared, but I think you'll get the picture that I'm going to show you now. Okay. Now it's starting to make sense. Okay. In what kind of a pattern we are. Can you see here? Okay. Let me just bring that transparency off. Can you see there? Now something is starting to make sense. What's happening here? Okay. Now, again, when the BTAF token rises in price, every single crypto is going to rise in price. Where is the BTAF token? The BTAF token is sitting there. It's sitting there. Now, look what happened here on the bottom here. When this started going up here, and remember, there's your 1000% spike. There's your big spike. The market came down. Now, look at this now. Very interesting. Right there. All these things, you can literally look at that little move there, is that move there. Market turned around. Let me just move that a little bit. Come back and have the look at the video again. For those people that are going to be on the inner circle, of the LTD call tomorrow, I'll go through this tomorrow again. Okay. Now, what then happened is that this started this rally upwards here, right up to that. Well, let me just redo that. This started the rally upwards here to that point there. And that rally is exactly what happened there. See that rally upwards here and then literally a breakout. Now, BTAF token did it really quickly. Then look at this now. I'm just going to draw this with a brush. There's your cup. There's your cup. There's your down cycle. There's your distinct down cycle. There's your top. There's your top. There's your top. There's your top. Now, where's the biggest down cycle? There's your down cycle. There's your down cycle. There's your hop. This just made one big hop. This is actually creeping along because it's waiting for that breakout. Now, if you draw a line here and you did the same there and you drew a line there, what's going to happen here is you're going to wake up one day and this market is going to break that line. It's going to do that. It's going to do a retest here. And then the rest is going to be exactly the same. How high will the BTAF token go? If you take the line from here to there, it's going to hit that exact top there, which we believe can be $1, but I have marked it down at 42 cents. Now, how did we get to that target there, which is the target of the BTAF token? If I take this now and I draw the same line there, and I take this downwards here, Guys, there's your same line. There's your break. There's your break. Exactly that little dip there. And then remember, we just launched a little bit later, but we would have had that move there. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you can remember, but the BTAF token launched a lot less, but we haven't got that data is actually in the TAF token of 0. Nico, I don't know when did 0.025, I believe, or something like this.
Correct.
And then
Yeah.
we settle. That's correct, yeah. And then we settle. Otherwise, we would have had. Now, what I've discovered is that SUI, which is an institutional crypto, the BTAF token, for some reason, is following this exact same pattern. So now let's go back to the BTAF token here, and how high can this go? Let's draw that same line based upon what's happening with SUI. Okay. Now let's be a little bit analytical here, and we say let's go and use the trend-based Fibonacci extension. Now remember, these things are scary accurate. Now look at this target here. That target there is $2.11. This target here, if we go up here, is 0.8. I have narrowed it down, and I said, okay, right, what if that was the top and we just bring it down, to slide there, and then what happens is you get there at 0.42 as a low target. Mark my words, a low target. And when we work at the percentage gain from here, from the bottom, this is why I urge everybody. Somebody told me today, listen, I want to sell some of my Bitcoin TAF back to you. I said, I'm happy to buy it. How much do you have? And eventually, when I showed the guy this chart, he said, look, Marius, I'm sorry, but I don't want to sell my stuff anymore. And I said, well, you better not. Go and buy some more rather. You're going to look at the 1,000% gain. Because tomorrow in the LTT report on the weekly webinar, I'm going to show you that most coins are only going to make maximum about 500%. The BTAF token is going to outperform every single thing. Now let's refresh this chart and we go back here. And we look at this chart quickly. Now you understand a little bit better where these targets come from. That target there. I didn't put that target in today. I didn't do it last month. That's been in there for about a year. We've been going sideways for 460 days, sideways downwards, and that target was always been in there. It's actually an algorithmic target. It's also a 2.61 Fibonacci extension. Now here, if you look at that dollar, that's where the dollar is. That's your 2.2. Now you know where that comes from. Remember, I use the trend-based Fib extension. If you go back here from the bottom here, you go to the top there, and you go down to this bottom there. There it is exactly on the target there. That gives you 2.2, somewhere in that range. Now, according to my algorithm data, if you look at this exact chart, I'm going to make this very clear for you. If you look at that move there, you look at that move there, it's exactly what you see here. There, there, there. We are sitting there. What comes next confirms what is happening in SUI. That move there, which is going to rock upwards here. Now remember, that move here shows a lot longer, and this move here shows a lot shorter. But you see now what has happened here. This is double the move of this. So this is now 2 times longer than what it should be. This means that this will be only 1. Okay, so it's going to be shorter. Now, this is what they are doing with everybody, guys. As long as you understand what is happening in the crypto market, you're going to win the game. They are playing for time. Because while they are playing for time, you don't make money to pay your bills. You don't make money to pay your house off. You don't make money to pay your car loan off. And you are getting frustrated. I see it all day long. Your job today is just to be patient and think very clearly. Attend every single Zoom call that we do, and you are going to be successful. Now, the other thing I want to show you here quickly before I get into the whisper drop is I want to mention this to you, these bases. This is a wake-off base. This is a wake-off base. Although it comes down like that, on an angle, the next base is going to go up and it's going to come down again. So your base is going to be like that. Remember what I've said, and I want to say this here again, but I don't know, is Rian here? Or who's going to edit the video?
I'm editing. No, I'll get it out.
Okay, well, I'll put a caveat in there. We don't have to take it out. But I tell you this now, guys, that I reckon we're going to go to $10 without the caveat. Now, remember, it's a utility DeFi token. It's not a security token. We don't want to promote price. That 10 is my official target where we eventually going to go. You build these bases. Remember, there are 5 bases in cryptos. Base number 1 is here. Base number 2 is there. Base 3 is coming. 4 and 5 is coming. And you look at about, in the year 2020, somewhere in about 2030 for year for the base number 5. And then after base number 5, you have a vertical price rise where everything just escalates in price. And many of you that have attended my long-term and Elliott Wave reports, you see now how accurate the algorithm data is on Bitcoin, 100% accurate since 2016 on the long-term cycle. The altcoins are completely different, but they lag behind Bitcoin. What Bitcoin has done to go from 0 to 100,000, the altcoins are going to do it as well. All altcoins will do it. The altcoins that can survive will do it. Now remember, we have got a long-term goal. We stand behind the product. You can see that we post things out. We support. The support is there. The development is there. Everything's there. Just very slow. This brings me now to the Whisper Drop. If you log into your affiliate dashboard, now, I'm going to say this again just for people who are looking at the video for the first time here. There's a lot of new people that are joining from all the conferences we do and all the marketing and people telling other people. Remember, there's an affiliate dashboard in here. You can actually go and make money here. I've made about $104,000 so far, US, just by referring people. When I speak to people, I refer them. They sign up. I get a commission every time they buy a product, okay? Now, in this dashboard, you can refer people, and then there's a counter that counts off. By the end of the day, the weekly cycle, we pay you. And now, with regard to the Whisper Drop, we are going to build something in here. You can see here that you get 5% if you reach a silver executive. You get 5% direct referral bonus, 240 when you make somebody a bronze executive. That means when you work with your team. I'm not going to go through all that again. But there's going to be another button that comes in here where you will be able to earn $500 if you refer somebody to us for the Whisper Drop. Your job is to go out, find the person or the company that has got a token built on the Binance Smart Chain. Only the Binance Smart Chain. It can be Ethereum as well. Once we have a successful deal, it will cost them about 5,000 in tokens. And I think, Wendy, it's $1,000, if I'm correct, in USDT, because you get $500 of that. It's called a bounty. You get that bounty. Then what we do, the 5,000 tokens, we distribute that between all the members. Everybody gets a pie of that. Now, for the new people, what you do is you go to your products and subscriptions here. You're going to see that right on top, where am I now? Sorry, my subscriptions. You're going to see at the top there, it says welcome, and then you've got this one there. What you need to do is to connect your MetaMask wallet here. It's going to say there's your primary wallet. That's the one that's connected. And you can also go and buy BTAF tokens or stake your tokens. Preferably buy it from the exchange. When you click on that, it'll give you the exchange. So I'm not going to go into that, into the full details here yet, but remember the market is very slow. We need to send tokens out to our members around the world that hold the BTAF tokens. For example, if you go into there, you'll see that you'll have a dashboard here of all the tokens that you've received. Now, remember, many of these are just test tokens. That's my own personal account, but you would at least have this one here of 13 May. There are another company that we're working with. There's just an issue with their blockchain approval on the Binance network. Would you believe we discovered that they have never really, they launched their project, but they never really approved their blockchain on the BSC chain. I've never seen it in my life, But as soon as that is done, we will launch the next token to you. So make sure that you have got when you go to your subscriptions, make sure that you do have your BTAF token MetaMask wallet connected there. And the second thing is bring us customers. Guys, we cannot do it on our own. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 people. Okay, but we sit here with masses. We sit here with thousands of people in Bitcoin Trainer Forecast. If we all go to work and everybody goes out and find these people, and once you find them, create a support ticket in the back office, You go right down here to the bottom under Help Center. You'll see here, create a support ticket there. Tell us who it is. If we need to help you to bring the person in, we can have a call. We can tell them, explain to them what we do. But thank you very much, John, for your time. I'm actually really positive about the BTAF token. I want to make one final comment. When you see the BTAF token rise in price, the entire altcoin market is going to break out. And I don't believe we're going to go much lower. I want to see a break of that trend line. Then every single coin is going to do 3, 4, 500% to the upside. Over to you, John. Thank you.
Well, thank you for your time and your analysis as well. Again, ladies and gents, objective technical analysis around this. We are a utility token, so we can just look at that data. And it is pretty exciting. And what else is exciting is that Whisper Drop initiative. Remember, there is a bounty. We're here to help you as a community. But again, if you guys have heard of or know of any projects that would love to align with Bitcoin Trend Forecast and our Whisper Drop initiative, it's a win-win for everybody, or it's a triple win, actually. Now, speaking of wins, it was, yes, Wendy, you're more than welcome to jump in.
Hey, yeah, thank you, John. I just wanted to let everybody know that we have had some referrals for the Whisper Drop. Marius and I both have been having several conversations with some referrers, and we have had, I'm going to say, maybe 4 or 5 different interviews. So we are in the background with some referrals looking at some coins. Unfortunately, I think 3 of the 5 coins that we just recently interviewed were all on the Solana blockchain. So this is something that we do need to note for those people who are seriously wanting that bounty. The Solana blockchain coins are going to be difficult at this time. We have not built in that facility because Solana doesn't go with MetaMask wallets. They have a different way to onboard. So until we can get the Solana, focus, if you're looking for those coins for us, focus on the BNB blockchain or the Ethereum blockchain. Those are the ones that we are definitely looking for. So just wanted to add that because Marius did talk about the bounty and we are offering that out. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Yeah, the Solana network is very exciting, but we are still adapting ours. We will be keeping everybody updated around that. There is a question just on that note, so Wendy and Marius. Can I refer somebody who has a token on Binance? Of course you can. Reach
Of course
out.
you can.
Yeah.
Any exchange that it's on. If it's a token, if they have their tokens and they want to get exposure, we'd love to talk to them, and we'll do all the talking for you. If they can just fill out the form, we'll contact them.
Absolutely. So definitely reach out. Everybody's going to benefit in that way.
Yeah.
Now let's go back in time a bit, and by that I mean just under a week ago we were starting. Well, actually, yeah, sorry, just over a week ago we started. Just under a week ago we were starting day 3 of the Bitcoin conference, and wow, it was exciting. It was great to have pretty much the whole team there for Bitcoin Trainer Forecast, and the opportunity to not only meet and greet each other and have a little bit of fun, but more importantly, be able to reach out to the Bitcoin space and the Bitcoin community. Very much interesting being in the United States and hearing what people had to say around Bitcoin and global crypto adoption as a whole. And it was very exciting for Bitcoin Trainer Forecast to be there, representing not only BTAF token, but all of our signals and, of course, our training. And yeah, I mean, let's hear from Wendy, Nico, Vicky, as to some of your highlights around the Bitcoin conference. I don't know who wants to go first.
Yeah, I'll go first.
We're all letting each other. Go ahead,
There we
Nico.
go.
Yeah, the key takeaways for me from the event, it was such a great event. It was a privilege to represent Bitcoin TAF at this conference. But yeah, there was a high demand for crypto education, first off. So many attendees expressed feeling overwhelmed in the crypto space and highlighting a clear need for accessible, high quality education. So that was something that stood out. Also, us as Bitcoin have really clear leadership in education when it comes to the crypto side of things. We stood out as the only booth focused on crypto education, really, that I could see. A lot of interest in DeFi and trading as well. We had our charts up there. We had a holdernator, holder fire, detonator. Everyone's looking and trying it out. So there was a significant enthusiasm for decentralized finance, DeFi especially, and trading education, I found. Luckily, we have all of that here underneath Bitcoin TAF's roof. And then AI in crypto stood out. Um, while AI implementations were prevalent across the conference, none of them matched the sophistication of what we use here at Bitcoin TAF regarding our proprietary algorithms as well as our trading strategies. So that really stood out for me too. So everyone is at the right place at the right time, I believe. So that's what stood out to me. Thanks, John.
Wendy?
For me, it was meeting all the people. When they came by, most of the people were hodlers, believe it or not. And it was a Bitcoin conference. So it was really interesting to see that most people really didn't know how to trade their Bitcoin properly. They were just buying and holding, buying and holding, buying and holding. And so when we opened up the hodl fire and we showed them how they could use the top pivots on the day chart to maximize and increase their Bitcoin, they were like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. It was just, I just thought we could buy and hold, buy and hold. And they, a couple of people that I talked to that, when we talked about the big pullbacks from going from 111 to 103 or 4, they were like, oh, that's just technical on paper. Technically, that's just a paper figure. And I'm like, technically, it's a loss. So learning how to trade your long-term investments was what I spent a great deal of time teaching, and people were really looking for education. So that was really good. To say the highlights are, we were so busy. We just really, personally, I didn't get to see any of the speakers. That was a disappointment for me because I know that Vance was a spectacular speaker, but also a sailor. Some of the other speakers I would have really enjoyed getting a part of and doing, but some of the team got to see some of them. But for us, we were just so busy at our booth. So it was just the excitement was there, the energy was there. To see some of the big booths that were presented was just phenomenal. I thought it was a really well done conference. There was lots and lots of things going on, but it was a lot of the excitement around what we were doing and the awareness and getting Bitcoin trend and forecast out there amongst all the other people. The conference was full of miners, which was interesting as well. I saw a lot more mining stuff going on as opposed to the other conferences that we've attended. So that's a highlight for me, was just really being there, exposing our products to people and talking to the people. We're really excited to get to know how to trade Bitcoin. So it was good.
Awesome. Vicky?
Yeah, for me, I'll echo both Wendy and Nico, because it was interesting hearing the people from the US and Canada and their struggles with crypto, because they also have an interesting tax problem over there. So a lot of them can't trade because of the way they have to do their tax. So they really want training and education, and they really want to learn how to trade. Like Nico said and Wendy said, we had the HODL fire on, we had the detonator on, and everyone's like, ooh, what's that? And then when we said you can trade, they go, ooh, actually, no, we can't. We have taxes, we have this. So it was interesting hearing afterwards, because I also couldn't go to any of the talks. Afterwards, they're just so ready for the US to open back up to crypto. I was also interested that a lot of the exchanges weren't there. Binance wasn't there. Obviously, they can't be there at the moment. But so really, it was interesting talking to them. They want education. They want to learn how to trade. And we were saying everyone should learn how to trade. I don't care if you get signals. I don't care if you get reports. You should know what the reports are telling you and what the signals are telling you, so you can actually do your own research on that as well. So a lot of people wanted to learn, but they were a little bit afraid because of the tax implications, or they can't get on any exchanges that have enough liquidity. So really, I'm going to be very interested to see what happens this year with the US opening up. And also there were a lot of interesting characters there, which I really enjoyed, because Bitcoin people are very, I don't want to use the word fanatical, but they're very interesting to talk to. So that Bitcoin community was great. What about you, John?
Yeah. Yeah, there were talking about those characters. There were people that have been to every single Bitcoin conference since its inception. You had Lynn Older, who's one of the OGs of the conferences, who's been talking pretty much at every single Bitcoin conference. And again, not getting the chance to go listen to her or anybody else, but it was really interesting being in that space. Yeah, there are a few Bitcoin, yeah, f fanatics, I suppose, fans. Um, and yeah, it was interesting to see as well, like Wendy mentioned, it's quite a big Bitcoin mining
Mm.
drive ready there in the States. And I'm sure that I know that there are other countries as well. Look at the country of Bhutan, in near the Himalayas and stuff, which is the fourth largest holder of Bitcoin on a national level in the world. And then the United States is a big adoption. So that was interesting. And yeah, some of the big exchanges. So Gemini was there, Robinhood Crypto was there, and hearing from yeah, and some of the innovations as well around wallets and everything. But like Vicky and everybody else has mentioned, is that education is still very much in the early days, and people realizing that they don't just have to keep on buying, they can actually learn to trade. And we are talking about the HODLFI. I mean, you can use the HODLFI on BTAF token. I mean, there we go. I mean, you know when to buy. I think the bottom pivot is on the day for BTF token. I'd have to double check quickly. But you'll be able to utilize that. And we actually had a few people sign up for our courses. Um, so that's pretty exciting to be able to see that and yeah, get the word out around what Bitcoin Trend and Forecast has to offer. So very, very exciting. Those 3 days flew by. Our booth was super busy. I'm hoping everybody on this call got to see some of the videos and some of the pictures. There was a lot of stuff being generated and put out there during the course of those 3 days, even the build up to that. If you haven't yet, go check out our socials on Bitcoin Trend and Forecast and have a look at yeah, those videos. There were a couple of time lapses, some interviews as well. So that was pretty exciting to be able to see. Marius, what were your thoughts while you were working back home, having a look at this, looking at all those videos and those pictures? What were your thoughts around that?
That was awesome. The colors were good, vibrant, and the feeling of everybody's happy. So good. Just like all the background images here, what BTAF stands for. So it was just awesome. The videos were great. The energy, you feel the energy in the video. So it was fantastically done, very well. Yeah, and I think Wendy, the one video that Wendy did, somebody did an interview with Wendy. I wonder, it was John. Did you see how
Uh,
many views that got on YouTube?
John, yeah,
70,000 views or something.
well,
it's
there we
It
go.
just
crazy.
Oh,
shows
there
you,
we go.
yeah, if you are natural and you are honest and ethical and you don't make all these silly AI stuff, people like to see the real you, Wendy,
Mhm.
the real you, John. That's what people love. 70,000 views so far. Unbelievable.
Well, the only question I really felt bad about was when John asked me what my highlight was for the conference. And the best thing I could come up with was the people, but that was my highlight. And the question was posed to me, what was my highlight? And it
Sure.
was like out of the whole conference, well, if I had gotten to see the speakers and I had gotten to see a lot more of the conference, but we were working our booth. So that was a tough question because I could have come up with something better, but I would have loved to have seen some of the speakers, and I'm sure that the people that attended the conference all had a really good feel. We did talk to some of our members. We had a wonderful meet and greet afterwards for those people from our community who attended the conference. We invited them to a private area, and they all really complimented on the conference as well. That it was good to be there. It was good to see and what was going on, especially in the JD Vance talk. That was a really strong effort there on what that talk was about, and for those people who were able to make that. So we look forward to it. But yeah, the interviews were great, John. Thanks.
Yeah, there was also one, not another Bitcoin podcast, and once we get that, we'll share that out where you and I got to be interviewed. I don't often get
Mm,
interviewed. I'm always the one doing the interviews,
it was
but it was
good.
really
Yeah.
great and really good vibe around that. Luckily, all the speakers talks are all out on their socials from Bitcoin conference as well.
Mm.
That said, let's bring it back home again a bit, just back to BTAF token. A reminder for all of those who are IPO members, remember there are benefits, and one of the highlights of that is the monthly IPO members call that you get to have with Marius, Nico, and the team. And that is happening on June 18th, and that's in 13 days or just shy of 2 weeks from now, June 18th at 7 a.m. UTC. All right, you guys and girls get that special call with the team as part of your IPO membership, as well as other benefits such as a slightly premium staking contract and a few other things as well. Remember, keep an eye out on your IPO members channel for more of those coin quests that Marcel puts together. Great opportunities to be able to buy in early on some of the projects. But again, DYOR, do your own research around that. But speaking of research, remember 18th of this month at 7 a.m. UTC, where the research is done for you and presented by both
Mm.
Morris, Nico, and the rest of the team. Then on, let's just check if there's, all right, were there any other questions? We had a couple of questions that have been answered by the team. I've seen one or two hands being raised and then dropped. Anybody else have any other questions? This is your opportunity to ask us. Um, we can talk forever about the Bitcoin conference, but this is your BTAF token AMA. So anything else that you guys would like to know? As Morris has mentioned, keep an eye on your BTAF token Whisper Drop wallets. We're not going to announce necessarily when we are going to drop the next one. You're going to log in. Make sure, first of all, that you do meet those requirements between tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. Make sure that your wallet is connected so that you have the required, either the required tokens for a certain tier and or those active products as well. Remember, IPO members, you get a special uh, tier for yourselves. So bear that in mind. All right, team, anything else you'd like to add before we wrap this up? I'm just waiting to see if there are any more questions.
Just
No,
love for people
looks
to
like we're all
make
done.
us let us make us pay you the bounty. We'd love to get some more whisper drops in here, and it's effort pays. So that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Mari?
consistency, Wendy, at BTAF token, bitcointaf.com, we're consistent, John. We hope to see you on the call again next week, or next month rather. But fantastic call. Thank you, John.
Yep. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you.
Speaking of that, one day short of America's Independence Day, it'll be on the 3rd of July. That'll be the first Thursday of next month, the 3rd
Okay.
of July. We will, of course, have a 4th of July celebration theme in and around that. I mean, that's as per usual. Can't go without that. On that note, by the way, we did mention this in the previous AMA that one part of the theme for the Bitcoin conference was the Vicky, what did they call it? The 250, it was code and country, right?
Yes. So the 250 Code and Country is a collaboration between the government and now Bitcoin community, and they want to shape how the US is going to go forward in everything, really, with technology. And this is the first time they brought in a crypto community, so it was really exciting to watch that because times are changing over there. A crypto community shaping the future of a country is huge. So that
Mm.
was really interesting to see. Mm,
Yeah. This year,
Nice.
249 years of independence, next year,
yeah.
250. So that's going to be a big
Hmm,
theme for next year's Bitcoin conference in the States.
for
So things to
sure.
look forward to. Yeah, absolutely. All right, ladies. Oh, hang on. I just want to see what's our last. When is the next Huddle Fire giveaway? All right, so Huddle Fires you'd find within Huddle Nuts. If we do give those away, we did give a couple of vouchers away at the Bitcoin conference. You'd have to
Yes.
tune in within the Huddle Nuts community to find out when next we're going to be giving some of the away. We might, who knows? There might be another little contest, a nice little game, maybe sometime later this month. Maybe one of the prizes would be a month subscription to the Huddle Fire. But you got to be in it
Yeah.
to win it. So make sure that you all participate in any contests and giveaways around Bitcoin Trend and Forecast in the communities which you're part of. Just a little tip, Huddle Fire giveaways and those kind of things happen a lot more in the lodge and the den. So make sure you're in there. Until next time, and for the BTAF token AMA, make sure to join in on the 3rd of July. All the information will be posted ahead of the time. But until that time, go forth and prosper and have a great week. Thanks, everyone.
Go forth and prosper.
Thanks so
Have a
much,
good
everyone.
one.
Keep on.
Bye. Yeah, exactly.